Alright, so get your popcorn out because this story time is all about my unbelievable experience with sleep paralysis. Now, over the years, up until the point where the real story starts, I experienced sleep paralysis here and there. This was even before I knew about the spiritual realm and spirituality. And I just classed it as me having a bad dream, like having a nightmare. I literally believed that it was something that was happening in the dream state. Considering every single time I experienced sleep paralysis, I was always fully asleep, eyes closed. But I am no longer convinced that sleep paralysis is just something that happens in the dream state. Now, 2021, I was mid-spiritual warfare, mid going through an awakening. At this point in time, I was teaching myself how to spiritually defend myself from negative forces and attacks from the enemy. So during this time, I quit smoking, and it was like a time where I was trying to develop as much strength as I had. My mind was clear, and I was just focused on figuring this all out. Now, because I felt the vibe was off, I was so much more sensitive than normal. And I felt like, you know what? I want to pray over a candle tonight. I want to pray, call upon some energies, and, cleanse and protect my house. I had a book called Psalms Magic. I used that book. I had a black candle, and I was like, you know what? Let me pray over this candle, do what I need to do, and get ready for bed. This was literally the first time I had ever done this ritual. I was literally just learning on the go. So I prayed over the candle, I read the Psalms, left some offerings like milk and garlic. After a few hours, I went to lay in my bed, and as I normally did, I was just scrolling through social media. I remember looking at the clock thinking, I should sleep earlier today because it was like 1:45 a.m. So I said, cool, put my phone down, and I got ready to go to sleep. All of a sudden, I heard a voice in my room. It was behind me, and I just felt at that point, as soon as I heard the voice, the atmosphere again shifted. It felt thick. The voice started to get louder, and whatever it was, I noticed that they wasn't speaking in English, they was speaking in tongues, like they was praying something. I felt it coming closer to me from behind, and then in the corner of my eye, I saw it walk around my bed to come on the side that I was facing. For some reason, I could still move my eyes. I'm seeing some Ninja Turtle ass goblin prick standing in a cape, like the fucking Grim Reaper over my bed. It then grabbed my arm physically and started spraying it with something, like a spray paint can. Now I could feel the impact of the spray paint, whatever it was doing, on my arm. And in my head, I was just going crazy. I was just like, get the fuck off me, are you dumb? But obviously I couldn't say it because I was frozen. Now guys, the situation just gets madder for me. Out of nowhere, with no thought put into this, without me knowing I'm even gonna do this, my face unfroze and started hissing like a cat. Now I'm talking aggressively hissing, like I'm on smoke, like I'll smoke you right now, like an animal. Now as I'm hissing at this thing, I'm looking it dead in the eye. That's all I remember is seeing its eyes light up like that, looking like it was filled with fear, looking like, I'm sorry, I've made a big mistake. It let go of my arm. It did a backflip into the corner of my room and it disappeared. My eye did not let go of that thing when it decided to do a backflip into the wall and disappear. I made sure I kept my eyes on where it was and where it was going. I looked at my phone and it literally said 2:10. So in that small space of time, this whole encounter happened. As soon as it left, I got up quick. What just happened? I was still in a state of shock. Not even so much at this thing, but at my behavior towards it and why that interaction happened. Anyway, I saged the whole house, opened the windows, and I just went to bed. Genuinely thinking now, I felt like my spirit came to the surface in that moment, controlled me, and took over. It was the strangest, most amazing feeling I've ever had. Moving forward, my last experience that I had this year in January is a whole nother level. Stay tuned for part 2.